I am standing for masculinity and I am standing for feminists. But I will say this, I've never heard toxic femininity in my life. I've never heard that statement in my life, toxic femininity.
I keep my boys humble. Like my boys have never had a pair of Jordans. You know, my boys don't do all that internet fly shit. I'm like your kids. And no, I could be the biggest star in the world. Do not let me catch you being stupid. Do not. And my oldest gets it. My 15-year-old, he tells the other ones, he's like, yo, don't make dad mad. Because once you get one that's right, he gonna straighten the other ones out. So it's just that thing of, in the past 20 years, we've been living through the death of the American male. They have literally killed masculinity in our homes and our communities, for one reason or another. But I raised my boys to be young men. And however you feel about that, you feel about that. But my boys will always be respectful. They will always say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. No, sir, no, ma'am. They will always say thank you. They will always open the door for a lady. They will always make sure that their mother is taken care and provided for. They will always be men. And that's always, since they were 2 years old. Every time I left for a job, I tell my 15-year-old, you're the man of the house. You make sure these doors are locked every night, this alarm is on, you text me or you call me every night before you go to bed and you wake up.
I love that.
Because we're men. If I'm not there to protect, he got to be there to protect. Because you can have all the money in the world, climb through the window, that money means nothing. Right. You can have all the celebrity in the world, jump through the door, that celebrity means nothing. Yeah. So you got to have a little guard in there.
Anthony Mackie, who, I just want to say this on record, protect Anthony Mackie at all costs. Every time this man talks, he speaks the way a man from the old school days spoke. I totally agree with him. Masculinity is under attack. I said this, listen, let me tell you something. I'm gonna just let y'all know something. So, I've been telling women for the last maybe 18 months, I'm like, Trump gonna win. No way, no way, no way, no way he's gonna win. It's over. I'm like, men are tired. Men are tired. Men are tired of feeling like they can't speak. Men are tired of feeling like every time he speaks like a man, I hope I don't get in trouble. Men have been tired of masculinity. Like I've been talking about this on my podcast for 3 years, so this ain't nothing new. I'm like, they killed masculinity and that killed male R&B. Like I've been talking about it. Like masculinity in America has been under attack. Anytime a man does anything a man does, it's toxic. Anytime a man says he fucked up, it's toxic. So I agree with him, man. And I ain't gonna lie, I want more kids because I want to raise young boys. That's why I do the Raydar report. I really, don't get me wrong, I pray that women listen because I want women to listen. Of course, I love women. But I really talk to men because I feel like masculinity is under attack. And what really hit me was when Trump won and then it was like men are back in control. And for me, it's like watching it play out, I'm like, yeah, it's about to get ugly. That's why I started doing the Raydar report, bro. I'm not even lying because I was like, I gotta teach people how to think because they're going to push your buttons. They're going to try you. They're gonna try to figure out, it's the game, bro. It's emotional manipulation, bro. It's like, I'm gonna poke you quietly, and as soon as you go, why you keep, it's like, look, that's why we can't put them in charge. Whole time, they poking you. And what happened was, so what I thought was happening, this is what I was thinking was happening. I'm just gonna rehash this real quick. Cause I've been telling everybody this. I'm like, if Kamala won, we were gonna keep going further and further in utopia. That was just utopia, where everybody's just happy, free, enjoying life. We was gonna have no genders, no sexes, none of that shit. None of it. It was gonna just be like, everybody, it's like, and I remember telling my lady at the house, I'm like, I believe, and by the way, I campaigned for Kamala, because I'm like, maybe that's better for the world. But I said, if Trump wins, it's because the world wanted men to be men again. And by the way, it's fucked up, because now we got a true, but it's like, men, anytime a man did anything a man did, it was down put. It's like, to be honest with you, Trump is just running America like a man runs his house. Like I'm just being honest with you, right? It's like the way a man runs the house. Like mom be like, you saw the movies back in the day. Mom be like, come back, baby. Don't go out there. We love you. You gotta walk home. Daddy be like, get your ass out. Fuck out of here, right? Listen. Remember, guys, we gotta also something I gotta say. We gotta bring back just saying the word crazy. We gotta bring the word crazy back. Crazy needs to come back because all this mental health shit, all this, dog, we all, and I just did a video, I just spoke about Lizzo. So it's not like I'm like not understanding of depression and everything, but all this mental health shit is just giving niggas excuse to say, I'm a girl. I really feel like I'm a girl. It's like, if you said that in 85, they'd have been like, nigga, you crazy. I'm a man living in a woman's body. Hey man, get the fuck out of here with that crazy shit. Or, I'm just being honest, like, I'm 45. I was old enough to remember when you just said something stupid, they just called you crazy. Now they're like, he's having mental health issues. It's a mental health thing. And if it is a mental health thing, then why don't we mentally help them rather than just supporting they fucked up crazy shit that we know don't make sense to nobody. So now here come Trump saying what a daddy would say. That's like imagine living in my house and it's like boys wrestling over here, girls wrestling over here. Somebody walks in my house and they was like, well, I'm not a boy or girl. I'm a trans. It's like, okay, well, what were you born? Because I'm not going to create a gender neutral restroom for you just because you decided you were something else. Think about it. We lived in a world where crazy people was deciding what they wanted to be and everybody regular had to follow. That was literally the last 4 years. Anybody could be, except if you wanted to be black. If you want to be black like that lady from the NAACP, nigga, you're crazy for it. They called that bitch crazy, right? She was crazy, right? But when Caitlyn Jenner wants to go from a man to a woman, he's a hero. Dog, this shit sounds crazy to me as a man. It always did, but guess what men did? We just shut the fuck up. Because you know what? I don't want to hear nobody's mouth. But Trump's back in the office now. So now we need more male voices, being honest, being real, talking to y'all the right way. But I'm here to tell y'all, masculinity is under attack. And I want y'all to know, it's not under attack in the sense of men being stronger. Not talking about that. No man should ever hit a woman, hurt a woman, touch a woman. I'm not talking about that. But I'm saying there were rules to this shit. There were rules to this shit that we all had to follow. And the reason why the world is so fucked up because there's no more rules. They don't want no genders. They don't want sex. They don't want race. They don't want nothing. And that's why we so fucked up. Because mommy and daddy was in the house and daddy said this, mommy said that. And when Trump took over, I said, we have Joe Clark in the motherfucking White House. And let's be clear, Joe Clark is that nigga. He is that nigga. He is that nigga. But he's that nigga to us. But don't forget, they call him Crazy Joe, holding the battle. But guess what? He changed those kids' life. And that's a true story. That's why I'm referencing it, right? Just being honest with you. But for me, it's like male voices are needed. When a man, I remember Tamir was on my show, I say something, men are sassy when they talk. Men can't even talk. Men can't even get their opinion because it's sassy now. It's like, and if a man says, I feel like my woman gonna do what I say, he's a chauvinist, he's a problem, get rid of him. It's like anytime, but if a nigga said that in 1983, my wife is my wife. I'm gonna take care of her and provide a life for her. If she gonna follow me, everybody would be like, yep. The world is off balance, y'all. I wanna say this on record. The world has been off balance. And once Trump took over, look what happened. Putin wants to talk. Nigga, the dude comes into the White House talking about, yeah, Trump's like, hey, you ain't got no cards here, bro. You was talking to the people before, we ain't doing that, bro. And guess what he's saying? You gotta take a stand. It's like any man, if it's your house, guys, if it's your house, you have to protect your house. Immigration. Think about it. By the way, I'm not making this political. I'm just showing the people at home what's the male agenda is taking back over quietly but slowly. And to me, I'm just worried because I think women ain't gonna go for it. So it's like, listen, guys, this is a to be continued and have a conversation over and over and over and over again. I love women. I support everybody. But I'm telling you, some way, somehow, men have got lost in the sauce. Men got lost in the black family structure. Women out here, women don't even want men, my nigga. They just want the nigga for the picture and the money. How about women want to work? Women are saying, I want to work, but my money mine. He gonna pay. We are living in the most fantasy world ever. But it's like, nigga, Ray, you the problem because you toxic. Nigga, I'm not the problem. I'm a man. Every woman in my life is taken care of. There's not a woman in my life who struggles from mama to girl to sister to daughters to anybody. Nobody struggles because of me as a man. So you're not going to tell me a man is not needed. And what America tried to do is say we don't need a man no more. That's why they reward you when you get food stamps. They reward you when a man ain't in the house. They reward you when a man's not around. They don't want men in the house. And how about this? They will say, They ostracized and killed Andrew Tate, who is a man's man, but they made Caitlyn Jenner Man of the Year. That's the world we live in. Now, mind you, I don't know no man that's okay with that. But every man is like, I don't want to hear my woman mouth. I don't want to hear my wife mouth. I don't want to hear the women in my life mouth. So that's what y'all want to do. That's what y'all want to do. But guess what they did, guys, in November of 2024? They voted for the man. And while everybody's out here mad and shit, niggas is like, yep, close the borders, yep, change the rules, yep, check this shit, yep, get in trouble. And by the way, I agree with that. But then Trump, of course, is going to go 500 more yups over the yups that we need, but we get what we give. We get what we ask for. We get what we built. What we built was a world. Though, you know, somebody said that the Democratic Party represents the woman and the Republican Party represents the man. Because the Democratic Party only focuses on agendas of the world, rather than the Republican Party focuses on the agendas of the House. Right? What the world looks like. How does the world look? We want to look like this. And it's like, fuck all that. But we'll keep, this is going to be a to-be continued conversation 100 more times. But I am standing for masculinity and I am standing for feminists. But I will say this, I've never heard toxic femininity in my life. I've never heard that statement in my life, toxic femininity. But I hear toxic masculinity every fucking day. Because you know who's calling, you know who's talking, guys? The girls. They're controlling the conversation. They're controlling everything. And to me, I just feel like we got to start having some masculine voices here because look what we got, guys. This world is fucked up right now. We need some direction. We need some discipline. And we need to get together and understand that I'm needed too. You want my money. You want me for the picture, but you don't want to hear what I got to say. You want my fucking credit. You want my credit card. You want my bank account. You want the keys to the car. You want the keys to the range. You want the house. You want me to pay all the bills, but you don't want to hear my motherfucking opinion. How many men in the world? I'm looking at 3 men like, nigga. How many men in the world feel like that? Every man. And I'm telling you right now, men don't like to argue. Men are just going to be like, all right, I'm just going to move silent and do it my way. And that's what we are right now. That's why you're going to have a lot of women screaming, yelling, going crazy. And then you got somebody like Anthony Mackie, Captain America, saying masculinity is under attack and I'm not allowing that in my house. And he still was nervous to say it. He still was like, I hope they don't get me for this. How's a man telling men to be men afraid to say it? Because we don't live in a world where men run shit no more. But I'm telling you, it's different now. That's why there's gonna be a lot of pissed off people. That's what I'm saying. Hey, control your fucking moral, control your emotions, control your feelings, control everything about you because they're gonna push your buttons and watch you act crazy and say, look, that's why we can never let them back in here. And that's what they doing to us. And that's what I'm telling you. And what else is that? Hold on. And that's the Raydar report. I'm out. I got other stuff to do.